1% successful grant writer, Superior Shelby, and I'm so blessed to have you here and blessed to be here with you. In this live stream, we are going to talk about the $10,000 grant that I've been applying to for over 50 businesses, most recently within the last 7 to 8 days. And then also, we're going to talk about some other grants that you can potentially apply to. And if you want me to apply to these other grants, all you have to do is simply book a one-on-one consultation with me. The link is definitely in the description to book a one-on-one consultation with me, and I will also put in the chat and in the description my direct website where you can just simply book a call. So I'm so happy that you're here with me. Happy Valentine's Day Eve. I hope you guys are in like a loving mood because I am. So I know I'm kind of informal. I don't have my Superior Shelby shirt, right? But today we're we're busy, okay? I'm busy. I'm out doing a whole lot of stuff, so I decided, I was like, I cannot let my people down. I have to make sure I am on top of being in these live streams on time, before time. So I'm in here for right now. I won't take up much of your time because I also have other things I need to do, okay? So come on in, my good friends. Make sure you say, hey, I'd love to be interactive, and I'm so happy that you are here with me, okay? Oh, what a blessing. First off, I want to say, God, thank you so much for bringing your people here. I believe that whatever words you have for me, please order my tongue and help me to, be as simplified and comprehensible for your people today, so that way they can have clarity and reassurance on exactly the opportunities that serve in their favor. Thank you so much, oh Lord, and God bless you all. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. All right, so let's get down to it. I'm so happy to see y'all. Listen, okay? Nigeria is doing some real development, and I'm so happy about that. You're seeing new buildings, new homes, new schools, new everything being built. It's kind of like they already know that we ready to leave. All right, we ready to leave America and actually explore the motherland. So it's kind of like, it seems like they're kind of preparing for us to come here. But it's really cool. They're doing so many new developments. So sometimes in the live streams, I'm so sorry, it might buffer or it might mess up. But that's simply because the power grid and the infrastructure is developing. When there's developments, sometimes you have to sacrifice comfortability, right? So thank you so much for you all being here. Let's get down to it. I want to continue to offer you guys the ability to have me to apply to the $10,000 grant for you live on YouTube. And if you want me to apply to any of the other grants that I'm actually talking about, I want to apply to either the 25,000 or 35,000. But if you want me to apply to another grant that I'm going to talk about in this live stream, all you have to do is book a one-on-one consultation with me. The link is in the description. It is a $100 consultation, but it's a 45-minute Zoom call where I'm writing the grant for you on the recorded Zoom call, and also you get to ask me any questions about your development process, if you need an execution strategy to help you raise some funds right now, like some money, and other opportunities that you have. All right, so let's get down to it. I'm so happy to have y'all. Hey, what's up? Who's in here? Hey, 88, God bless you. Thank you so much. Kalika, hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, Denise. Hey, good morning, Arthur. Good morning, Jester. And can South Africans apply to? Absolutely. Hey, Noni, what's going on? What's going on? Royal Diva, hey, friend. Hey, Flavor Dosa, Jane, hey. Let me see. Hey, HG. And hey, Wayman, good morning to you all. Good afternoon to me. I'm so blessed to have you guys here. All right, so I got a handy dandy list, a full list that I have created after searching through so many different, grant sites and stuff that I have created for some different grants that we can apply to. I'm going to use my big old pillow here. You're not supposed to have laptops directly on your legs, okay? All right, so let me get down to it. My LLC went through last night. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Now you are officially a business owner, my sister. Okay? Yes. Let's get down to it. All right, so the $10,000 grant that I've been applying to is the Honeycomb Credit Grant. So before I get into this grant, for those of you who are just coming in, I'm a 71% successful grant writer. I've helped churches, schools, nonprofit organizations, startups, tech companies, and small businesses, even medium enterprises, get millions of dollars in grant funding. And I'm even traveling the world. I'm in Nigeria right now on a $5 million grant opportunity. So that means if I can do it, I truly believe and have faith that you can get one of these debt-free opportunities as well. So much is going on out here in the world, especially with all of these new changes within the first 100 days of a new president administration. So we definitely have to protect our ideas and protect our businesses. And I'm here to make sure you are not demotivated and that you keep persevering through your phases of adversity. Okay? All right, so grants. Grants is debt-free money that you don't have to pay back. There's no credit checks. There's no personal information needed, like your date of birth or your social security number, and you do not have to provide any of your bank income statements. See, the difference between grants and loans, lines of credit, and credit cards is that once you apply to a grant as well, besides the fact that it's debt-free, once you get the reward, you don't have to pay it back. That's one. That's what most people like about grants. Once you are awarded, there's no take backsies. It's all yours, and it's your reward that you truly deserve. And then two, they don't talk to each other. Like with traditional lending opportunities, loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, once you have applied to one of those opportunities, then what happens is you get a ding on your credit, right? You get some sort of like credit inquiry. And we all know from experience, when you have a credit inquiry, it can actually decrease your credit score. So we don't want that to happen because we're working really hard to develop that. And then also, with these debt-free opportunities like grants, accelerator programs, and incubators, they also give you a sense of tailored support and network. Yeah, so that means even when you win the reward, they will also put your business either on their platform or on their social media, allowing you to have a marketing or a promoting opportunity. And then other people who possibly didn't even know that your business exists gets the chance at learning more about your business and signing up for your product or service. So grants are very important to your business development process as well as to you scaling your business too. Now, grants, just like any opportunity, is not 100% guaranteed. Okay, and just like I said, with any opportunity, that can be a lotto, that can be a loan, that can be a credit card, that can be a job opportunity. Nothing is 100% guaranteed, even when you feel like you've came to the table with all of the necessary documentation that was required prior. So, because we know that, why not go for debt-free opportunities that actually serve in your favor, that you don't have to worry about the back ends of having to pay it back and also paying it back with interest and also possibly having your personal data in like vulnerability of getting hacked or scammed, especially now that we know that there's no I don't know if there's no more. They currently put a pause or there's a shutdown on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is the bureau or the federal bureau that actually protects us as consumers from bank fraud and institutional fraud. And so that way we don't have to wake up with so many different bank fees for absolutely no reason, to help protect us from any type of bank fraud in the real estate industry, right? So that's what grants are. Now you can get a grant from three different entities. You can get a grant from like an actual business entity, which is like Walmart, Amazon, Apple, Gucci, Google, whatever big company you can think of, you name it, they're giving out a grant, including your favorite body wash, which could be Dove or Suave, right? Or Shea Moisture. They give out grants as well. And then you can also get this grant funding from, nonprofit organizations, right? So private sectors, which would be private sectors would be me, right? I would give out a grant. Maybe an investor or a sponsor or a nonprofit organization that specifically their mission is to help, startups get started and move forward. And then thirdly, you can also get these grants from your state and local governments. So for example, let's say businesses in tech in Houston, Texas, right? Or let's say $35,000 grant to businesses that are based out of Harlem, New York, right? So you have different grants that are funded in your local area by your community. All right, believe it or not. So these are not federally funded grant opportunities. No, Donald Trump and Elon Musk cannot control any of these opportunities simply because this is well and legitimately earned income that most of these entities, companies, and sponsors, and even local governments decide to give back to the community to help in economics, right? So, no, this is not a federal grant. That's not really what I talk about here. And in order for you to be eligible for federal grant opportunities, right? In order for you to be eligible for those type of opportunities, you need to be a seasoned business. So usually they request at least the most recent 2 years of your business tax returns. They want all of your business documents, including your business mission statement, and then you would have to like go through the order of operations with completing that federal grant. Which really the whole entire process of that kind of feels like a cooperative agreement, aka a government contract. Okay, so federal grants for businesses, you won't see much of them for startups or small businesses simply because those are big ticket grants, usually like they're 500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, right? Like the one I'm on. And it does take you a while to get an approval. To give you a little bit of insight about the grant I'm on here in Africa, it actually took me about almost 9 months to get some like feedback and actually to complete the entire process. But I've been a 10-year entrepreneur. And yes, I have business taxes, I have all kinds of stuff set up, and I have a full payroll. Matter of fact, I just hired like 3 new people. All right, so it's different on these sides of the streets. I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm not new to this grant world. I'm definitely true to it. And I'm so blessed to be able to give you guys all this good free information that I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for and also went through 10 years of experience for, okay? All right, so the first grant I'm going to talk about that I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks is the Honeycomb Credit $10,000 grant. All right, so this is the one that we're talking about today. All right. Most of you guys know about it, so I'm just going to breeze through it, and then we're going to get to the other 3 grants that you can apply to that I have on my handy dandy grant list, okay? All right, so this grant says make 2025 your breakthrough year. The start of a new year brings endless possibilities, and we're here to help you seize them. The Breakthrough $10,000 grant is designed for small business owners like you, visionaries who are ready to take the dreams to the next level. Now, I'm applying to this grant live on YouTube for you guys, so if you want me to apply to this grant for you, then all you have to do is purchase my $37 course that teaches you about all of the debt-free opportunities you can win. And it's a 45-minute course. It's really good. On my community post, I actually posted the most recent rating about it, which was like 5 stars and a really great, beautiful comment. So yeah, right, you can purchase a $37 course. In the email that is attached to your purchase, I will send you a request for some general business information so that way I can know what I need to know in order to apply to this $10,000 grant for you. Okay, so if you want me to apply to this $10,000 grant for you, follow the instructions that is inside of the description of this video. Okay, all right, cool. So the first question to this grant asks, what would you do with $10,000 for your business? It says the more specific you can get, the better. Honeycomb Credit Honeycomb likes a clear outline of potential use of funds. So what would you do with $10,000 in your business? Most people will say, well, I could use $10,000 for supplies, equipment, to hire new people, to put towards a new truck or van, so I can, or maybe to put into some skill development, to some training programs, or I could use the $10,000 for marketing and promoting so I can create awareness around my business. But you don't want to give them an itemized list. You want to be very detailed, thorough, and explain to them how that once you have invested this $10,000 into those key areas that we just listed, how would that be impactful to your business development process and also to your clients, right? How will that help in serving your purpose? Will that help you develop your service or product, like develop the quality of it? Will it also bring more awareness to people? And when you bring awareness to your service or product, then what does that do? Are you continuing on or pushing forward with, solving a certain problem, right? And how many people do you think that you can help with solving the problem, right? Which is your mission. So that is, and this application takes you like probably 5 minutes to do. So it's honeycombcredit.com. If you want to, you can apply yourself, or you can have me, a 71% successful grant writer, apply to this grant for you live on YouTube. I've been doing it for almost 2 weeks. I've applied to this grant live on YouTube for you all for over 50 businesses now. It's been such a pleasure, and if you will allow me the trust and the chance to go ahead and apply to it for you, all you have to do is purchase the $37 course and then follow the instructions in the description below, okay, of this video. All right, so moving forward, we have the Honeycomb Credit Grant. That's one that is really, really dope that I actually like. And to reassure you all, the Honeycomb Credit Grant is actually for all businesses. So no matter what business that you are getting into or you want to start, okay, that grant is for all businesses. There is no discrimination there. And also, furthermore, this grant is for all, race, genders, ethnic groups, and sexuality. So it doesn't matter if you are a black-owned business. It doesn't matter if you are a woman-owned business. It doesn't matter if you are a Latino-owned business. It doesn't matter if you are LGBTQ+, if you're a veteran entrepreneur, or if you are a persons with disabilities entrepreneur, okay? All people, all businesses can actually apply to the $10,000 Honeycomb Credit Grant. Okay? So yes, can you apply for all grants for a startup for UK businesses? So wait, are you asking me can I apply? Because at this moment I'm not taking any new clients. Okay, I do have my tier 1 that is actually open. My tier 1 is I'll tell you guys towards the end. If you guys are interested in actually having me to consistently apply to grants for you, I do have a few tier 1 spots open, but I'm very limited, all right, on what I do, because I'm super busy too on a daily, just like you guys. All right, let me get to, maybe I should have had these up. Any other questions before I move forward? What is this one? Okay, yeah, this one. Other type of businesses. Can't forget about this one. Okay. I have like a very, I have a very long list here, so I'm just making sure. USA businesses. We have that one. Okay, so this next one that I'm going to talk about is for all businesses around the world. It's called World Trade Organization, MSME Group Small Business Champions. So this, and obviously I'm going to put the links to all of the grants that I'm going over. I'll put the links to that in the description, so that way it'll be easy and accessible. For the tier 1, soon can I start getting feedbacks? How soon? So just want to let you know. Kindly, can you kindly talk about the tier 1? So the tier 1 grant writing subscription, I stated that I wanted to talk about it at the end, but since you're asking, it's when you pay $150 USD a month, and I will apply to 5 grants for you. So if you're interested in that, then you can always text #grants to my number. And we can always move forward from there. It is a monthly subscription, so all of my grant writing services It is not a one and done, it's a monthly subscription, and you do have to sign a contract, okay? Grants are no 100% guarantees, just like any opportunity, like stated before. So, even with me applying as a certified U.S. grant writer, I cannot say that you are guaranteed to win any of these opportunities. Furthermore, when you submit a grant application, you have to give them at least 30 days after the application deadline date to correspond to you. So, for example, for the Honeycomb Credit Grant, they actually state on their website the application deadline is April 2nd. But then they also state on their website that on April 11th is going to be the day that they are going to email the winners. So, most grants that you apply to actually give you what's called a grant timeline. We dive deeper into that and what grants are and how they operate in my Sunday grant class. So, if you join as a channel member for just $3 a month, you will have access to our amazing grant class we just recently had Sunday, and you'll be able to join us on Sunday in a more intimate setting so you can ask any questions that you might have. We just recently applied to a $100,000 grant for all businesses across the world, and it was really fun to dive deep into the world of grants. Right, it was the intro to grants. So this Sunday is going to be like preparing more, being more prepared for grants. Right, so I'm super excited. So yeah, that's how that works. How much again, please? For are we talking about for the membership? It is at least $3 a month, and then you'll have access to our grant class on Sunday and the pre-record that is there as well. Okay, so how you would join is by tapping on my face somewhere or going to my channel, and you would tap on join or click on join. Any other questions? I would like for us to go over some other grants. Okay. All right, can there be a case where the person gets none at all? Absolutely. There are definitely cases where you don't get any at all. So yeah, I mean, because it is a 50-50 chance, right? So kind of never know, but the whole purpose of, grants is that you want to consistently apply. That's why most of my clients like the tier 3, and that's where you pay $600 a month. But I have officially closed because I have overloaded. All right, that is it. I had a certain limit, and trust and believe, we are all in a nice intimate setting and we're doing very well. But the tier 3 pretty much allows me to apply to one grant a day. That's 30 grants a month. And so yeah, most of my clients, they actually like that. But I'm always making sure I qualify the client first before I move forward, simply because with my 10 years of experience, some people like to impulsively buy just because they see a beautiful woman on YouTube and they want to just shop and spend with me. But I'm not looking for those people. I'm looking for serious entrepreneurs who truly need the capital to scale, serious entrepreneurs who actually have the capital to hire my team, to allow the grants to be like an extra stream of income, not really so much a serious, um, let's say, need or a high sense of urgency to try to get capital, right? Because if you have a high sense of urgency, and you need it right now, then what I suggest is, instead of spending money with a grant writer, it's best that you learn more about grants. That's why I do the grant classes on Sunday. And then you can apply to grants yourself, allowing you to save money. And if you were to win a grant off of you applying to grants yourself, and you still find that you want to focus on the money that you won and investing it in those areas, then you can use some of that money to invest into getting a grant writer. I actually have one of my clients where uh, I got a grant for her last year, and she used some of that money to pay me up for the entire year of 2025. She used that out of her grant reward. However, she's been my client since the end of 2023, and she did not get a grant from me applying to her, with her, and for her until like the springtime of 2024. Right? So she definitely was patient, she was faithful, and she believed in everything that we were doing. And every time we had a consultation, I reassured her and I made sure she had clarity of what is going on with that grant. So it does take patience. Think of it like this: the person who may go to buy like a scratch off, or might apply for a lotto, or possibly like do sports betting, that person might have a higher chance at winning than a person who randomly sports bets or randomly goes for some sort of lotto, right? And that's because they're consistent. They're consistently on the sports betting app. They're consistently going to the those markets to do like the lotto ticket and the scratch off, right? So you have to be consistent. That is what's key. How I got a 71% successful rate is just by being consistent, consistently applying and making sure all of the answers corresponded as well. That's very key. Hey, Yolanda. All right, so let's go over this one grant. I hope that was all the questions. All right, so this grant is called the ICC, like small, like medium, micro, small, medium enterprise group small business champions grant. All right, so this is by the World Trade Organization. So this one is for all businesses across the world. That includes US based businesses, African based businesses, UK based businesses, and more. All right, so I'm going to show it to you. Let me see if I can show it to you really quick. 1 second. Let's get intimate. All right, so this is it. So it says, and this is like the actual, address there. Okay, so, and it says, let me get this straight. So 2025, completing the loop, helping small businesses contribute to the circular economy. Small businesses play a pivotal role in advancing sustainable practices by driving innovation and developing curricular economic solutions. This is especially visible in business models based on reuse, material shift, waste repurposing, and waste avoidance. The green economy can create opportunities for small businesses through demand for new products and services that increase production, efficiency, and lower business costs. International trade can support circular business practices by providing access to sustainable inputs, technologies, and markets for waste recovery. So if you're in the waste recovery or like sustainability type of business, then this is a good one. It can also provide the demand need for innovative businesses to scale up and thrive. This helps make circular operations more economically valuable, helping to disseminate, sorry, I can't say that word for nothing, innovation across borders and support local economies. So not only you can either be in like, let's say, sustainable energy or waste recovery, but also it can also provide the demand needed for the innovative businesses to scale up and thrive. So even if you're innovative, not just in that particular industry like sustainable businesses, then you can apply to this. So the call for applications: 2025 Small Business Champions calling for innovative ideas that help small businesses to participate and contribute to the circular economy was announced on January 24th. It must be submitted by the 28th of March. All right. They have previous competitions. Some folks, 2 winners, one in El Salvador, one in Canada. Right, 2023, they had 3 winners, one in Nigeria, one in the Philippines. This is really dope. They have a YouTube video that shows you. 2022, they did one in Benin, Tanzania, and also the United Kingdom. So yeah, all right, this is for everyone all across the world, and you can check it out And you can simply take a look at the winners, right? I talk about how taking a look at the winners and going over exactly like what the winners did. And even sometimes you can reach out to the winners. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes you can actually reach out to the winners to say, hey, like, what did you put on your application? Like, how can I increase my chances of approvals with this grant opportunity, right? So, yeah, okay. So this is a really good one, WTO.org. That is where you can go to apply to. This is for everybody all across the world, not just US based businesses. All right, so moving forward, we have Our Village, which is the Elevated Cities Grant. Now, this one is specific cities, but it's like all metropolitan cities. I'm going to go over this grant. I like this grant. All right, it gives you up to 15K, but there's so much more with this program. They have, I'm going to go over two through this particular program. Let me go back. All right, so this is what it's called. You can go to Our Village United. Okay, this is what it looks like. And you see it has different grants. I'm going to go over the Elevated City grant, and then I'm also going, if you're in Mississippi, they got one specifically for you in Mississippi. And I'm going to go over the Her Pro Bono. All right, I'm going to go over these two grants, one for the women, one for all different types of cities. I'm going to go over the cities here, and then if you qualify for it, why not apply? Okay, now the Elevated Cities, they're giving you up to 15,000. So it says, let me see. Elevated Cities will have our four cohorts during 2025 through April 2026 program season. Elevated Cities South, so they're helping out everyone in, let me see, Alabama, Tennessee, looks like Kentucky, Arkansas, Texas, Florida, Georgia, and Los Angeles. They're accepting applications all the way up until February 28th, so the last day of this month. And then it also has Elevated Cities Atlantic, which is South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, DC, Maryland, New York City, and New Jersey. Their applications are open until February 28th. Then you have Elevated Cities West, which is California and all West Coast states. That is open. That the applications don't open until May, so you're ahead of the game. And then Elevated Cities Midwest, which is Missouri or Montana, and it looks like Illinois, Ohio. You guys are in October, so you can apply to this one. I wanted to bring this one to you because this is one that I've actually heard of one of my clients getting, like, this was back in 2022, 2023. I don't remember how much they were given then. I want to say it was 10K, but now they're doing 15,000. So that's really cool. It says you're welcome to apply to the cohort if it best fits for your location. I forgot how this program actually works, you guys. Maybe they might have changed their policy, but it's called the Elevated Cities Grant. You can Google it, or I'll put the link in the description so that way you can have access to it, okay? All right. Let's see. And Elevated Cities, Mississippi. Okay, Her Pro Bono. So the Her Pro Bono grant, it ends on December 1st, 2025. So this is a grant you can apply. Once you apply to it, that's it. You can keep the application in there all the way until then, or you can keep applying, right? So it says, Her Pro Bono is designed for experienced women-owned retail businesses in the Southeast U.S., especially those operating for over 5 years with at least $30,000 in revenue. This program offers one-on-one technical assistance in areas such as operations, marketing, and sales to help entrepreneurs strengthen infrastructure and prepare for capital access. Her Pro Bono empowers women founders to tackle growth challenges and scale sustainability. To be considered for the 2025 cohort, all applications must be received by the end of April. All right, so this is super dope. And then you have all the way up until then they will be servicing you. So this is through the Our Village United program. And they're giving out not just money, but also tailored support. All right, so this is one of those grants that you might want to just apply to. All right, and let's not forget the City Trends Black History makers. All right, I've talked about this one before, but you have by you have by February 28th to apply to this one. All right, this is by City Trends. City Trends is giving out a $5,000 grant for all Black-owned companies. So all you have to do is submit your grant. You have about 16 days left to do this one. This one is a really short, simple, sweet one. So while you're applying to the Honeycomb Credit Grant, you can also apply to this one. Really dope, okay? So City Trends, Black History Makers, you can visit citytrends.com/BHM and you'll have access to this $5,000 grant just for you being a Black-owned startup or a Black entrepreneur, especially if you are in a City Trends area, all right? A place where there is a City Trends. All right, and they're pretty much everywhere. This next program I want to talk about has multiple funding programs. It's called the Main Street Ventures. You can visit mainstventures.org. They have 3 different grant programs that I'm going to go over today. And if one stands out to you, then definitely visit Main St Street. So it's mainstventures.org, and then you can /funding, and you'll be able to see all 3 of these applications open right now. All right, so this is how it looks when you first get there. The first one is launch funding. I'm going to go over leap funding, and then learn sponsorship. So I'm going to go over these. So the launch funding. Launch funding provides emerging pre-revenue businesses that have a prototype or product showing clear evidence of direct customer engagement, validating the business model and product, with $5,000 to $10,000 of equity-free funding to continue development and prepare for market entry. So they're giving you up to $10,000 just for you to start your business. However, they want to see, it says, they want you to show a clear evidence of direct customer engagement, validating the business model and the product. So we talked about this one before, being like a merit-based business. So one way, even if you're a startup and you haven't made any revenue, all right, that's what it's talking about, pre-revenue business. You have never made any revenue, any money, but you do have some sort of customer engagement. You might have some people on your Instagram or on your live streams, or you might have like a list of individuals, right? That have signed up to get to know more about your product or service before you even put it out. Well, if you have that information, then that is showing a clear evidence of direct customer engagement. So let me give you an example. Say that you decide that you want to start selling water bottles. And this water bottle tells you the temperature, and it has like this really cool, lights around it, LED or whatever case may be, and it might have a speaker at the bottom. Who knows? It might just be an all-in-one workout water bottle that's 10 times more durable than the Stanley Cup, right? Okay, so say this is like a new innovation and you might already have the prototype. You probably already invested in somebody just to send you the prototype, which is like the actual cup itself, what it might look like. And you have put out there in the universe, you have a website, and you've gotten some people to follow the social media platforms that you created for it. And you might have some customers commenting up under it like, hey, I can't wait until this is out, I'm definitely buying it. Or you might have people that have went to your website and they have done the join my mailing list type of thing. Well, when they join your mailing list, that means they're waiting on the product to drop. Well, that data, right, that analytics that you have, that is showing a clear evidence and proof that your customers are engaged and they are ready for your product to be out there. If you have a service, say you are doing a notary business, right? Well, notaries are quite needed, believe it or not. But there might be a different and innovative approach that you might have to educating people about the importance of notary, why you should have certain documents and sign, and more. You might put this information out on TikTok or different social media platforms to help build more awareness around your business and around like your education as well. Well, those comments that you're getting about, wow, I didn't know how important it is to have a notary for this type of document. I didn't know, any of this. That customer engagement actually helps you with increasing your chances of approvals with grants like this one. All right. So I wanted to give you a good example so you can know what they're looking for when they say show a clear evidence of direct customer engagement, validating the business model and the product. You can get up to $10,000, and it says it's going to give you $10,000 equity free, right? So that means it's a grant for you to develop and prepare for your market. So that's called launch funding. The applications are open. And then this next one, and I'll go more into the eligibility. The next one is called LEAP funding. It says LEAP funding provides promising revenue generated businesses with $10,000 to $30,000 of equity fee free funding to scale their business, and then also to scale their community impact and increase the odds of long-term survival. Funding is awarded to businesses that demonstrate the potential to continue to create jobs and opportunities in the greater Cincinnati region. So if you are in Cincinnati, especially, this is a really good one for you. LEAP funding, they'll give you up to $30K. And then the next one is called Learn Sponsorship. So Learn funding provides support for organizations and events that strengthen and connect the region's entrepreneur ecosystem. These can include entrepreneur support organizations and other groups that foster resource collaboration and development of STEM talent. All right, so you got that one. Now, in order for you to qualify for either of these, you need to be a registered business. Now, this grant, which is different from the $10,000 grant we talked about earlier, you need to have an LLC and an EIN for this one, okay? And you need to have some clear outline of exactly what's going on. So you can visit mainstventures.org to have access to that one, all right? All right, so those are the 1, 2, 3. We went over 5 grants actually, the 5 grants that I wanted to go over. The most favorite one for everybody, no matter what gender, race, ethnic group, or sexuality you're a part of, no matter what type of business you want to start, the most favorite one that I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks is a Honeycomb Credit Grant that you can apply to yourself, or you can have me, a 71% successful grant writer, apply to this grant for you, okay? Now, I don't want to take up much more of your time. We've been on here for about 40 minutes, but I want to know what questions do you have about grants? How can I help you? And yeah, let's just have a quick conversation. I've actually applied to everybody who purchased the course. I want to thank you so much for trusting me to completing this course, completing this application for you. It has been an absolute pleasure. I have sent everybody their confirmation emails, so you should have an email saying with a screenshot showing you proof that I have actually completed the grant itself. So thank you so much for being there with me and for me. So what questions do we all have? Hello, good evening, or good morning for you. Good morning, it's good evening for me. Afternoon. Can we still apply? Wait. Can we still apply, purchase your class, and apply for the Honeycomb Grant before the end of the month? Yeah, so you could still purchase the course. Inside of the description is the link to and the actual steps to how to do that. If you tap on the 3 dots somewhere on your screen, it will bring up the description and the direct link for you to purchase the $37 course. This course teaches you all you need to know about grants, accelerator programs, and incubators, how to be properly prepared for these debt-free opportunities, and how to increase your chances of approvals with these opportunities. So yeah, you have that. So it's definitely in the description, okay? You're welcome, Yolanda. What is the best way to reach you to schedule a one-on-one consultation? Oh, great question. I'm going to go ahead and put my link here in the chat. The link is also, the consultation link is also in the description as well. If you want to tap on it now and go ahead and sign up. A one-on-one consultation with me is $100. It's a 45-minute up to 60-minute recorded Zoom call. And also, if you purchase my $37 course, in the one-on-one consultation, I will go ahead and apply to a grant for you right there, sitting right there on the grant call. And then obviously we'll go over any of your business development questions and concerns. Cool. Will you ever open back up your tier 3 grant service in the future? Yes, I will. When one of the clients possibly fall off or so, then I'll open up the spot. But at the moment, the only spots that I have open is the tier 1 subscription, which is the $150 a month for me to apply to 5 grants for you, okay? So that is one that is actually more affordable. But you know, keep in mind that the more grants you apply to, the merrier, right? So it's a situation where even though I'm applying to 5 really good grants for you, you still want to apply to 1 grant a day yourself to help increase your chances of approval odds and possibly winning one of these opportunities. So yeah, there's so many other people that's applying to these grants as well. I want to reassure you that no grants are 100% guaranteed. Just because you qualify and you apply to it and your answers are very polished, professional, and thorough, it doesn't mean that you would actually get approved for the grant. And that's simply because there's other businesses out there that truly need the chance just as much as you do, right? So that's why I say continue to apply. You never know when one grantor is like, okay, I want to give this business a chance. Other businesses might seem a little bit more professional or more seasoned, and they might want to choose you, right? So that's just how this thing goes. It could be a gamble. Some of it can be personal interest, so that's why it's always best to have things like your business plan and stuff before you go to apply. Yes. So you can text, or sorry, I'm putting my one-on-one consultation in here. Visit www.superchargemybusiness.com. All right, so that's how you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. All right. Any other questions? Click on book a call. What are good grant websites to go to see what's available? Grantwatch.com. Hello, Skip. Yep. Where do you recommend that we find grant opportunity infos besides Skip, Hello Alice, and Grant Watch? Those are the main ones I use. I don't use any other. I don't use any other grant search engine. I'm so serious. That's it. I use grantwatch.com, Hello Skip, and grants.gov. Yep. And Hello Alice, right? But Hello Alice is not a grant search engine. But yeah, those are the 3 main ones. I don't use any other site or any other grant list or anything like that. I take my time, especially through grantwatch.com. I go through each grant, even if it says you are eligible for 900 grants. Well, it looks like we're going to sit down and read through all 900 of them to get a clarity on which ones are best in my favor, which ones aren't. And then what I do is I create a spreadsheet of a list of grants that serve in my business favor or my idea or my project's favor. And then I will go ahead and apply to 1 grant a day out of that spreadsheet. What has been your experience with using those 3 grant search engines? Have you actually used them? And have you found a lot of grants that serve in your favor? And how often have you been applying? In our grant class on Sundays, I dive deeper into how you can visit your local areas too to find grants. So that's the purpose of the grant class, right? We kind of we dive deep into grants I talk about how to have like more of a personal interest, with increasing your chances of approvals, things like that. Yep. But you got to be a channel member, and in order for you to be a channel member, it's just $3 a month, and you'll have access to all of my grant walkthrough videos, and you'll also have access to um, our grant class every Sunday, right? Every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Yep, which is after church for me, probably right before church or in the middle of church for y'all, unless y'all go to the afternoon service like I do. Okay, so any other questions? Is there a link to be a channel member? Yep, the link is in the description as well. It's all the way at the bottom in the description. So if you tap on the uh, three dots somewhere, or if you tap on the title of this live stream, it should bring up the description, and then you'll be able to scroll all the way down. It says join my channel as a member. You can tap on that link and yeah, join for just $3. Yes, yes. What other questions do you guys have? We went over some really good grants. Yep, so you can access the link to my $37 course to have me apply to the $10,000 grant. Remember, when you buy the course, that allows you to, when you buy the course, if you decide that you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, then that allows me to apply to 2 grants for you, not just one. And yeah, and we get to have like a real conversation about what your next step should be or could be to help you raise some capital, right? So you got to be willing to put in the work with anything and everything. And I come up with some really great ideas by the grace of God. He orders my words. And I promise you, it never fails. It don't fail. If I could, I might do like an actual video of all of like the good comments that I get in my Zoom calls, so you guys can kind of see like how cool, how fun it is. How fun it is to be in a one-on-one Zoom call with me. Sometimes you need clarity and reassurance on how to take yourself to the next level. And in my 10 years of entrepreneurship, I didn't do it alone. Like, I got mentors, I got coaches, I got, people that help me understand. Yep, mentorship is very key. Any last questions before I let you guys go? It's been such a pleasure being with you. What I'm doing is I'm putting the links in the description. Okay, how is everything going with my soap venture? Oh, it's going very well. Now that Donald Trump is doing this whole tariff thing, it costs me 3 times more to send the soap over. So and then also it's also put a pause on shipment. So that's why I haven't really been promoting it much, because I'm like, well, it looks like we need to kind of chill and wait, because with all of this new tariff situation going on, it definitely affects my business, and you know, it affects like me being able to send over um, good 100% organic quality spices and products and stuff. But I found a very creative way, right? That's what entrepreneurs do. We don't just lay down and accept it, right? We just pretty much we find a creative way or an alternative. So I found an alternative on how I can send out like spices, I can send out my soaps, I can send out other like ingredients that you all needed and you put in the order for at a much more affordable price. So yeah, I found an alternative. Yep. All right, you guys. So if there's no further questions about grants, how to search and apply, all that good stuff, then I want to thank you so much for joining me on this amazing live stream. I will see you guys later on. You know, I'm usually here in the morning and in the evening. If I'm not here in the evening, that's because we're having some technical difficulties. But right now, I am striving to be back on here at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so I will see you guys later on after you guys get off of work and stuff, and we'll have another conversation. If you want me to apply to the $10,000 grant for you live on YouTube later on this evening, all you have to do is purchase my $37 course. Don't forget to share the live stream or share the information about me applying to a $10,000 grant for you all with your friends, family, and communities. And yeah, I'll see you guys later on this evening live on YouTube, okay? 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. Bye.